This same teardrop, the same drop of water, those people of fikr of the hereafter, those who have realized their objective, which is not dunya, rather everything is from Allah, and we are going to Allah, and we should be connected to Allah in every action. So the teardrop that comes from the eye of a believer, what is the value? Allah Ta'ala says the teardrop, the value is so great, so precious is the value of this teardrop, that it is not restrained to just crying. That for example you cry and then you wipe the tears and dry them. Out of sadness you cry, or out of happiness you cry, or with pain you cry. This does not present the right of the tear. The reality of the tears that come out of the eyes, Allah Ta'ala says, go to the reality, because everything is related to who? Connected to, do you understand what I'm saying? With who? The hereafter. So let's turn to the hereafter. The value of a tear is that the value of one teardrop is that it will save you from the fire of Jahannam, with guarantee what? That in compensation for that tear, that individual, it would be impossible for him to go into Jahannam. Just like milk, can it go back into the udder of the cow or the animal from which it came? Allah says, if you want to bring this tear into your life, this tear that drops from your eyes, that it will make it impossible for you to get into Jannah, when will that come? Subhanallah, not from crying of the world, not from the pain of the world, not from the happiness of the world, not from a beloved of yours leaving you. Your tear that is connected to the hereafter will come out of your eyes. At that time, Allah says, when my dhikr is being performed, and you cry at that time, Subhanallah, my name is being mentioned, and you're crying at that time, Allah Ta'ala says. That's when the tears become valuable. How many people tell me? Why? Because Allah Ta'ala says, my name is such. So powerful. Somebody's eating a laddu, he says, it's not sweet, it's bitter. Somebody's eating a jalebi, he says, what's this? This is not sweet. And our situation should be such that Allah's name is so great, so soft. As soon as we recite it, suddenly our eyes should say, it makes it apparent that this is the tear that's come out from the eye of the believer with such power. The value of the tear that comes out due to the nearness of Allah. Allah Ta'ala says, if this tear falls onto the earth where you are sitting, Allah says, I guarantee that on the day of judgment, when I will do the accounts of all the human beings who have lived, the dunya will be stood there, and this tear of yours that dropped onto the ground, your tear will become so great that it will not allow you to get adhab on the day of judgment. So when we sit down to do dhikr, then pay attention. We should detach the world from our minds and hearts and thoughts, and focus on Allah with sincerity and humbleness. Turn to Allah, travel to Allah. Allah has given a big tawfiq. Allah has given us the ability to recite Allah's name, whereas hundreds of thousands of people are passing away in the world every day, and they're going into the graves. They have no manners for dhikr, no desire for dhikr. They don't know what is maraqabah, what is dhikr of the heart, Allah Ta'ala's name, to recite it from the hearts. They don't know how to do this. And not just from the heart, but latifa qalb, latifa ruh, latifa sar, latifa akhfa, latifa nafs. The whole body, the dhikr of Allah is taught by the mashayikh, by the teacher. We should have this, we should acquire this, have this knowledge. All our whole wujud and body, every hair, every atom should do dhikr of Allah. So if that happens, then will not the eye of the mu'min cry in the love and the muhabbat of Allah? So this is the tariq of the mahbub. If we don't have this feeling, then we should consider that we've understood. But what's the reason we have not got to the height of crying from the eyes? What's the defect? Why can't we get to the real destination? That why have my eyes not cried in the love of Allah? Never consider you a dhakir. Never look towards the rewards. Look at the destination, the end point of the journey. And tell your eyes from the beginning, if there's pain in my body, the hand, I cry. So then if Allah Ta'ala's name is being recited, why am I not crying tears from my eyes? Yes, but if the heart becomes numb, just like a doctor makes it numb, then even if you put a pin or a needle into it, then you won't feel anything, because the hand has become numb. In the same way, if we're doing dhikr and there's no tears coming out of our eyes, then we've become numb and tears are not coming out from us. So we should cure the numbness. Yes, so tell your sheikh, tell your teacher, meet your sheikh, and say that I have understood dhikr, Allah's karam, that I am different from hundreds of thousands of people who don't even know about the dhikr of Allah. I am still not succeeding. And the shaykh, the tawajjuh, when he focuses on the student, then the situation of the student will improve.